When we think about American football coaches, often these things come to mind. However, this American coach is different. His name is Jesse Marsch, and he is the current manager of RB Salzburg. Jesse Marsch played in MLS for more than a decade. Soon after retiring, he moved into coaching right away under Bob Bradley in US national team. From there, he stepped into coaching MLS teams, but the main one being New York Red Bulls. New York is a team owned by Red Bulls, and this is significant because it is the relationship with Red Bulls that shaped him who he is today. Marsch left New York as a coach with the most wins of any coach in club history with a record of 75 wins. With the help of Red Bulls, he was able to land an assistant position under Ralf Rangnick in Leipzig. There, he was able to learn about the culture and the system of European football and started honing his own game model emphasized on transition. And in 2019, through Red Bull's connection once again, he became the head coach of RB Salzburg. So, what's his style of play? Well, he emphasizes on high pressing. His team presses to score, not to gain possession. In order to do that, they have to press from high up the pitch or press then quickly go forward to try to score. He notes that stats across the world says the highest chance to score a goal is within 10 seconds of winning the ball. He uses the word SARD as his pressing principle. Sprints without the ball is so critical with this team. He wants his pressing to be fast. He values defending as a unit. When they press together. He wants his team to fully commit to pressing, believing that the others will be helping in other areas. And finally, when the first wave fails, the second wave will press, urging his players to never give up.
They have to feel us, guys. They have to know we're fucking here to compete.
He sets up his team as 4-4-2 diamond or 4-2-3-1. He tries to play vertically, not so much horizontal, therefore his fullbacks and wingers are not so wide, they're more tucked in. The reason for that is it's easier to play fast when it's going vertical. He also uses a term called Tiefgang, which translates to going in. Tiefgang is a forward runs made when the ball is played beyond the defensive line. It's obviously to attack behind the opponent's line, but it also can create chances with counterattacks. Marsch says, "We almost don't mind losing the ball since we can counterpress." For this, he employs forward players that are super athletes to be fast and physical, likes of Haaland, Hwang, Taka, and etc. But one thing runs through all of his players, which is good work ethics. With this kind of game plan, the players need to be super fit and mentally strong. Using players who can cope with fitnesses of high press, his team is assembled with young players. This works out with RB Salzburg since they are a team who dedicates to develop youth players. When he is asked about how the players are able to give so much, he gives an example of Roger Bannister. Bannister was a runner in the 50s who broke the 4-minute mile mark. Before his endeavor, doctors told him it's impossible and that his heart will explode. However, against all odds, he ran under 4-minute mile.
It's important for me to understand that in the toughest moments is when I need to be the strongest and most convicted to show to the group that we're not phased.
This leads us to wonder. Jesse Marsch is a pioneer from America to successfully manage a European team. It might be that maybe you from India, Indonesia, Canada, and other countries might be the one to pave the way to break into European managers for your country. It's hard to judge the level of management of Marsch since his career in Europe has only begun. With rumors that he might take over Leipzig position after Nagelsmann or that he might be the next US national team coach, his future seems to be bright. But what I'm most impressed about Jesse Marsch is that after watching Salzburg play, I noticed that he is a man that has the ability to make his ideas and dreams transpire on the pitch.